We go. Hey everyone, Carmine Didisco here on the Launch Pad. We are broadcasting on the Launch Network. This is our eighth season, and we've been on for a while. I think we've actually had 9 seasons, but the pandemic one I don't count as much. So I'm kind of saying 8 seasons just to make sure the count is correct. Got an awesome show today. Want to talk a little bit about some of the events before we bring our guest on. We have Podfest coming up in January. We have an event, a PGA show in January in Orlando. Both Podfest and the PGA show are in Orlando. We're going to be going out to Destin, Florida with Range Me for some product showcases with buyers. Then we're going out to Vegas to NHS show. It used to be the National Hardware Show, but now it's just called NHS Concept to Product Store Shows. And we got some other shows that we're going to be planning on doing, what we'll mention. But for now, the most exciting part is I have the CEO of Grace Kingdom Beauty with me. She's really known as the Beauty Shark, Ginger King. Hey, Ginger, what's happening?
Hey, nice to see you again.
Good to see you, Ginger. I'm glad we got to catch you. It's great that you're traveling all over. I mean, the exploits. I'm watching on social media, and every time I go on social media, I'm like, "There's Ginger again. Where is she today?" But you've had some great stuff happening, right?
Yes, absolutely.
That's awesome. I know that you are breaking into the speaking world. I've seen you with Grant Cardone. I've seen you with Damon John. I've been on stage with these guys, with David Meltzer. The host of all these people. How do you feel about that speaking stuff? I'm good at live events or live speaking. How does that? How do you do with that stuff?
I love it because you get the energy from the audience. So it just feels absolutely amazing.
Now, do you practice or do you have something set when you're going to go, or is it kind of just because you're good? I've seen you just talking to people, independently. You're good with just talking, or is it something that you have a set thing that you're going to go through?
I was actually going through two different programs in speaking. What happened was in the past, people laugh at me. I say I wanted to be on TV to selling my products. I was rejected
Wow.
by one of the executive in a TV selling station. And he was saying, you have an accent. Nobody's gonna understand you. And because when people are watching that program, it's usually housewives doing dishes. So they listen, they don't really watch you. And because of your accent, we cannot use you. So my partner went onto the show to do the selling. But then now I went through two different speaking programs. I went with 10X stages and I also went with stage leaders. I graduated from both.
Wow.
And that's how I was like, okay, I'm on TV every single month now. The next year is going to be my fifth consecutive year on TV.
Wow, that's amazing. And they actually said that we can't use you.
Yes.
You were like, okay, I'm going to show you guys. Wow, that's what. So speak live speaking events. You're going on TV, and I know if our listeners don't, your main business or how you came up into this, we're a cosmetic chemist, right?
Yes.
You know, and but from what I hear and from people tell me, I mean, really, you do a lot of stuff for people in the business realm, in the entrepreneurial realm. Not just helping them create beauty products, but you help them create the entire brand of their product.
Yes, because any cosmetic chemist can give you a product because that's what they are trained to do, but they don't know how to help you to push out as a business. At the end of the day, the customer's success is our success. It's like I can give you a lemonade, but if I don't teach you how to sell the lemonade, you don't gonna be profiting and you will not come back to me for more.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's true. I mean, because you want them to order more from you. I mean, it just makes sense to do that. We both want our clients, if you want to call them, we want people to be successful. I know you help people out, whether they're your clients or not, and you want people to be successful. What are some of the things that you see happen? And I tell you what, that's a tough industry. I feel that the beauty industry is huge. It seems like it's a real tough industry to jump into.
It is absolutely competitive because a cream is a cream is a cream. And you don't see immediate results unless, the product has some optical diffusers in there. Because by definition of FDA, cosmetics cannot alter the appearance.
Oh, I did not know that. That is amazing. I would never have thought that because I think that's what it's supposed to do, right?
It's more preventative than anything else. And if you do see results of because of the active ingredient, it's because our skin is living. So you do have cell turnover after every 28 days. So if you put good ingredients on skin, it will look better, but it's not dramatically altering the appearance. And even if you have clinical data show that it reduce wrinkle, you cannot say that. You
Uh,
will have to say it minimize the appearance of wrinkles.
wow, I love this stuff. I would, yeah. I mean, wrinkle reducer or whatever. That is amazing. So so people will come to you, and I know I'm jumping around because you cover so many things, and I feel like my brain's going crazy with all the questions I want to ask you. When people come to you, they just kind of have an idea, or they say, "This is what I want." Do they say, "This is what I wanted to do," or they just have an idea to take something, or both?
Both. Actually, after this, I have a consulting call. That person has an idea. I signed an NDA for it. And yesterday, I have another call. This person have an AI formula. I was like, oh no.
Wow. Wow. So you see that formula and you go, and your knowledge and experience, you just see that formula and go, okay, this is not going to work.
Correct. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love AI. I love ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like my best friend. I talk to ChatGPT all day long. However, when it comes to formulation, it takes a lot more because ChatGPT doesn't know the testing part. This is like, even though I'm a cosmetic chemist, we still need to do a lot of testing, like a micro challenge testing. When you put a preservative in the product, it doesn't guarantee you the product will not grow bugs because of
Ah,
the formulation, because of the pH, because of how consumer use the product. If a consumer, they go to bathroom, they don't wash their hand and they dip their dirty finger in the cream, the preservation system needs to be robust enough to kill whatever bug is there. And this is why AI will never tell you if the preservation system is good enough. AI doesn't have the feel. Is it creamy? Is it greasy? Is it
yeah.
lightweight? Does it give a cooling sensation? AI doesn't do any of those.
Thank God. When that happens, we're really in trouble. But yeah, that makes sense. AI is a great tool, like you said. We talk to it, we get information, but nothing can, surpass your experience and knowledge of knowing how something's going to react.
Correct.
Wow. Yeah, that I could tell. And that's, why people go to you because, hey, I have this idea, or I have this formula. Obviously, got to tweak it or change it or update it. What are the main types of beauty products? Is perfume something you work on, or is it just creams, or I don't know that much about the industry, obviously. I don't even have hair products to use.
I actually can do anything from head to toe, from hair
Wow.
care to foot care, but my passion is in skincare and hair care. I can do color cosmetics, but I prefer not to do it because color is very messy.
Oh,
It's fun to wear, but because everybody want long wear, it takes forever to clean the beakers.
wow, really?
Yeah,
That's funny. It's like a cook that doesn't like to do dishes or
yeah,
pots.
yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay. That's great. and I know that you live up in North area, and that's where like the heart of the cosmetic industry is, right?
Yes,
Yeah, and and being in the even close to New York, obviously Manhattan and things like that, a lot of business, a lot of big wigs up there. So you're kind of centrally located to be able to, meet and talk with important people in the industries.
yes,
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool. Uh, so I want to kind of talk a little bit, I know, well, I want to talk about a whole bunch of stuff, but, I know that you have a book out. Um,
yes,
it's called Giants, which is really cool. There
yes.
it is. And tell me a little bit about it. And I not to take any thunder. I have a book and I'm an author and I didn't sell any books. I think my grandmother bought one. The book industry is tough, right?
It is. I mean, nobody make money by selling books. That is a given fact. The reason why I write this book is because this is actually my life story. A lot of people know I'm a cosmetic chemist, but people don't know what I did before I become a
Mm,
cosmetic chemist. So it's in the book. And this is among with other people. It's all of their stories. So it's an empowering way for you to see, you may not be there yet, but look at other people's story. It can actually shorten the way of your struggle because you learn from other people's example, you learn from other people's experience. And the book is actually a calling card to get on more shows
yes.
because people want to know what's out there.
Yeah, that is 100% right. I was scheduled to be on a talk show, on a TV show once, and like the day before I was supposed to fly up to New York, they called and said, "Hey, listen, we found somebody local. He's an author, he's an expert." So they didn't want to, they didn't have to spend the money to fly me up. And as soon as they said that, I said, "I got to get a book." you know and I know you've been on TV, ABC, CBS, Fox, NBC, you're on a lot, so I think having that book can really help because people want to learn more about you.
Yes.
That's awesome. So can you give us a little hint of pre before you were a chemist, of a little bit about
Well, I
your
was a chemist. I wanted to be a makeup artist. So what happened was it was a hot summer in the 80s. I was in high school. So I went to a restaurant and it wasn't even busy. So I said, hello, hello. Nobody seemed to notice me. The second day, I went to the same restaurant. I was treated like a VIP because the waiter who ignored me did not recognize me because I had makeup on. And that was the moment I realized, wow, makeup does wonders. And it kind of boosted my confidence as well. So I said, I want to be a makeup artist.
wow.
However, being Asian, I was expecting if you don't get a PhD, at least a master's degree. So when the cosmetology school called, my uncle said, cosmetology, Ginger, you got a wrong number. Click. But then that wrong number become the right calling because I say, fine, if I cannot be the person applying products on people, why don't I be the person make the products like, the genie in the bottle behind the scenes? And interestingly, yes, I love makeup. I hate making makeup these days. It's like skincare, hair care. It's much cleaner.
Funny. That is funny. I could see that now. I don't realize it, but those colors, probably the powder and how finite they are, probably get everywhere.
Yes, it's very messy.
Wow. What are some of the process? And I'm sorry about jumping all over here. This is so interesting to me, and I'm hoping the audiences are going, "What the hell is Carmine doing?" But the cosmetic industry to me is super interesting because I make products all the time, but I've never done anything in the cosmetic field. And to me, it just seems like it's huge. But what are the certifications and types of things that you have to do to get a product out on the shelf? Or you can just make it and put it out there?
Now, there are a lot of regulations on the ingredients, like what percentage you can use. because for the safety reason. And also there's like a testing you must do. This is not like cooking. A lot of people equate cosmetics formulation as cooking. To me, it's totally different. I don't cook. I hate cooking, but I love making products. The difference is if I cook something for you, as long as you don't have diarrhea, you won't sue me or you won't have food poison. But if I make a product, I need to make sure that it's shelf stable for
Mm.
2 years unopened. And depending on if it's natural products or more synthetic product, the period after opening is anywhere from 6 months to 1 year.
Wow. So that's like tested.
Yes, and because we have to do testing after we make the formula, we need to put into stability chambers at 40 degrees C for 3 months, 50 degrees C for 1 month. We also do freestyle. Freestyle meaning like this is more like a transportation. It's like if you live in Alaska, I'm in Arizona, I ship it to you and then you ship it back, the texture cannot be changed. So we need to make sure every single thing.
So, so the things that they say on the back of that packaging, it's true. I mean, it's actually been because I used to be like, oh, they're making that up. You gotta,
This
you gotta leave it store shelf or storage and stores, 70 degrees or whatever. So that's all actually true tested stuff.
Yes.
That's so funny. I used to be like, oh, they're just making that up because they want you to buy more.
It's absolutely true. And if it's OTC product like sunscreen, acne products, there's expiration date is required because once it's OTC, it's treated as drug.
Oh, okay. Wow. See, I love this stuff. This kind of because I love making products too. These kind of things, our audience might be going, just move on. But it is amazing. And if anyone wants to get into the cosmetic, because you probably run into a lot of people that have ideas for cosmetics, and usually they don't know who to go to. I've had people, obviously with you, I have sent some people over, but usually people aren't sure where to go or who to go to. So it's great to have you as a resource. You must get some horrible stories from people that went to the wrong places.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. I mean, there were a type of people that they think big. There's nothing wrong of think big, but they will go to the agencies that they will advertise. We work with whatever big names in Sephora's. So they go with them. But think about it. If they advertise, they make things for those big names. Their appetite
Uh,
is huge. So
yes.
you are spending a lot of money and you still gonna be at the back burner because those huge customers, they are priorities.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it. And us small fries, we can't start off with that much or that big of orders. There's no doubt about it. So
Yeah.
so now, do you have your own lab, or do they? I forget what they call it. Do you
I have
rent?
my own lab, but I use other people's factory.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you don't need to have a factory. You just got to oversee the production.
Yes.
No, that's awesome. That's so great. And is there any products you're working on that you can give us a heads up on, or no?
Oh no, because it's always under NDA.
Yeah.
I mean, I have people like a push for like, who did you work for? What's your portfolio? And then I'll say, I don't say it, but my clients actually would refer their friends to come to work with me.
Yeah.
And that already says a lot. The reason why I do not use my brands as advertisement is because what if like there's a brand that you like and then you just come to me and say, hey, I know you make that product. I want to make something similar to that. You just tweak it. To me, that's unethical.
Yes, totally agree. And that's how I know you know what you're doing. Just what you said. You're exactly right. And it happens a lot. People
Hmm.
know that you can make things. People know that you can change the chemistry, makeup, and change things. So I'm glad that you mentioned that because it is very ethical of you to do that. We get that here at Earmark all the time. People are like, I know you made this round product. Make me the same thing, but square. And I'm like, no, you can't, you can't do that. So that's pretty cool. Let's switch into some of the people that I see you with Damon John, Grant Cardone. First off, Grant Cardone seems like a nice guy. I've never really spoken with him. How is he when how is he when you talk to him just regularly?
It's whatever you see on YouTube or on his Instagram. It's just like that. There's no sugarcoating. He knows himself too. It's like I'm a very transactional guy. He is, but he is very goal driven. It's like every day when he sees his people, hey, what's your target? What's your target? What's your target? Did you hit your target? It's extremely hardcore.
That is funny because he's just constant. It seems like he drank 10 Red Bulls and he's just going, going, going. How was the course and the training and things like that with them?
Absolutely phenomenal. This is
Okay.
the best. I'm a certified 10X business coach.
Yeah.
So we get trained every single day. Well, it's required that we would do at least 6 segments of Cardone University. And also we have like a daily Zoom meetings, train us on marketing, train us on, sales, train us on anything like how to coach other people. And I mean, the amount of training is unbelievable. Even on weekends, Grant does a lot of quote unquote free webinars to get leads in. But it's like he is at the level he doesn't have to do all this. He's
Yeah.
doing this because he's always said, I did not come from a rich family, but whoever I touch will be rich.
Yeah. I've read a lot about that. But that kind of training can't help but change other things your whole life, kind of all kinds of things within your life that you thought, oh, I can just do this. I can see that kind of training really transpiring through everything you do.
It is, and especially the daily training, we always start with the wins that you hear about everybody who's winning, who's winning. And it's like if you are not sure about a person or a program, if you keep listening every single day, it's like this has to be a real deal. I cannot even remember how many times I hear people say, Grant, you changed my life. So, I mean,
Wow.
he's the real deal. I have incremental changes. I haven't experienced 10x yet, which I will. I know I will, because if you never quit, you never fail. I will be 10xing myself.
And when you are, everybody watch out because you're already doing so much. Wow, that's so great. Yeah, and again, see, when I say he looks like a guy, it looks like he does what he says. He's constantly, and he does seem like he wants to help people. It's not just about, listen, we all love making money. I love making money, but I like giving back value. I like presenting value, and that's what he seems like. He wants people to succeed, which I think is awesome.
Yes, and his stuff does really work. And he's actually the first person ever said that he has this whole program called Cardone University. I went through it like 3 times. And then usually people would think you went through a program once, you are done, right? I get the certification, you are done, right? He said, no, you need to do this every single day because the materials don't change, but you changed. So
Oh,
when you go back to it, you actually will have a different appreciation, which is very true. His number one salesperson who actually makes $1 million a year and more, still training on Cardone University for 15 years, every single day. He didn't say, well, I already know the material. This is where a lot of people fall short. It's like, I already know the materials. I don't have to learn more. But you know what? 15 years, you're still training 6 segments a day. That's why people work for him. They are millionaires.
yeah.
W-2 employees, millionaires. He has
Yeah.
2 right now.
Wow. Yeah, you have to commit to it. No doubt. It's like, and I know this is like a small part, but it's like when I watch a movie the fourth time, I still see things that I missed when I watched it the third time.
Yes.
So yeah, it's constant. And when you commit to something like that and it's good, something like his program, it's got to work. I mean, it's got to work if you commit to it. There's no
Yes.
doubt about it. So yeah, I thought it's great. I always listen to YouTube stuff. I haven't really thought about going through the university stuff. Now that you're talking about that, it's pretty cool. But yeah, he just seems like a guy that does what he says he's going to do, and it's cool that you have the ability to reach out with those people and then pass those trainings and training that education on to other people.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's very cool stuff. All right. Well, good. I want to talk a little bit about, I know you're doing some stuff with Damon. I know that, talk with Damon. I know Damon. I've talked with him. He's a great guy too. You have anything that's going on with him, or you kind of just go to the shows? I know that you kind of help him out sometimes, right?
Well, he let me take along with him to go to his keynotes.
Yeah.
Actually, Damon was the first person that established my entrepreneurial foundation, and Grant just take it up a notch.
Yeah. 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 They're the same type of people, but they're different the
Yeah.
way they approach, but they all want people to succeed. They both do.
Yes.
That's really cool. Now, so what's kind of next? I mean, I know that you want to start doing some public speaking. Do you have any shows coming up?
Uh, I'm I'm sending requests right now. I haven't
Good.
got anything yet. So if anyone want to me speak at the events, whatever, well, open arms welcoming.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, and I know that you frequent events like trade shows and things like that too. So, if any of our listeners are out there, and you see Ginger out there, go say hi. So I would love to have you on the UIA do a webinar on the cosmetic, the science of cosmetics, taking a product, because again, we get a lot of people that just don't know where to start, and it would be so cool to have like a webinar series, maybe 2 or 3 webinars, and talk about the process, because it's like everything. People think they know until they actually go to try it. And you don't want them to go in the wrong direction because they can lose a lot of time and money.
Mhm. Absolutely, it's not cheap.
No, no, it's not. I think that's one of the industries that you really don't want to make a misstep. I don't want to say mistake, a misstep in some of the big processes, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, I totally agree. No, there's no doubt about it. Any traveling coming up or anything going on where people can watch your exploits on social?
I'm going to Taiwan. That's my hometown. January, and then I'm going to Japan. I'm going to a trade show, Cosme Tokyo. That is like the best trade show ever I have attended. And then I'm coming back for a week, and I'm going to Cosmoprof Miami.
Very cool. Yeah, I hear that the trade shows um, in Japan and in different Asian countries are really super nice. Like they're done up like it's like the Super Bowl of trade shows.
Yes.
With the electronics, and I got to get out to some of these because we go to a lot of trade shows here in the U.S. But I'd really like to start going to some of the ones where they really outdo themselves. It just seems like that.
I mean, people talk about innovation, but Japan actually has a lot of innovation. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. Now you're originally from Korea? No,
Taiwan.
Taiwan.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. When did you move to the States?
When I was 16.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. And Taiwan is big on production and manufacturing also.
Yes. Uh-huh.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And when you started, getting into this, did you always want to be a chemist or in the science field?
No, that was because I couldn't be a makeup
Oh
artist.
yeah, I know. I know you.
Yeah, so I was like, well, the next best thing is I make it. And it's a science degree, which, Asian people love science degree. It's
Yeah.
like, if you cannot be a doctor, a lawyer, or a scientist, engineer, those are the given choices.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it is funny how you went from being a makeup artist to saying, okay, well, I'm going to be at the top of that. I'm going to be making it and supplying it. But you still now you're probably supplying these products. You're still in contact with probably a lot of makeup artists, some top ones.
Yeah, I was actually moonlighting at the Macy's as the lauder counter before as well.
You told me a story about a product that was having a problem when we had
Yes,
talked. Can you
yes,
tell that little story
that's
real quick?
that's my pineapple story. After graduating, I didn't become a cosmetic chemist right away because there weren't a lot of positions in California at the time. So my first position was with Dole Foods Company, the pineapple company, analyzing the vitamin C in pineapples and salads. That's the closest I can get, vitamin C. So I moonlighted at Estee Lauder counters at nights and weekends fulfilling my makeup artist dream. And at the time, there was this pink disease that the pineapples in the Hawaiian plantation all of a sudden turned from golden yellow to pink and then black, which they are unsellable. And none of the food scientists could figure out what's going on because if you don't know the cause, you cannot have a solution to it. At the same time, Estee Lauder just launched their sunless self-tanner. I was like, pineapple got tanned? So I bought a bottle of the self-tanner and analyzed with HPLC, and it is the same compound. So I was able to prove pineapple got tanned.
Wow.
And what's even more interesting is decades later, the pineapple company Del Monte, which is a competitor to Dole Foods, they were able to have this process stop the pink pineapple turning black. So it's okay from yellow to pink, but not pink to black. They
Yeah.
patented the process. And because it's self-tanning reaction is actually excessive sugar, you can now buy pink pineapples in the supermarket right now, and they are extra, extra sweet.
Wow. Yeah. And anyone that gets one of those can thank Ginger for coming up with that. That's amazing though. How did you just said, let me try this and see if it's the same compound?
Well, because I have this burning passion to be in beauty, even though I was in a food company,
Mhm.
so, what you think is what you say is what you do is leaves your legacy. And I was just thinking about beauty all day long. So I was able to correlate that with self-tanner.
Wow. I mean, you almost you saved the industry in a sense. I mean, that was really a horrible thing. And Hawaii, I mean, California, Hawaii, these countries, pineapples are big.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's so crazy. I mean, just to have that feeling to try that is just amazing to me, and having the ability to analyze it with the HPLC and see. I mean, that stuff doesn't just happen. I mean, that was meant to happen, which is pretty cool. There's no doubt about it. So, well, all right, Ginger. We are basically, going to close up the show. We're right at 30 minutes, which we usually shoot for, which is really cool. Did we miss anything? What do we have to tell our listeners? I mean, I think I jumped around too much to cover as much as I could, but again, I just in awe of the full spectrum of things that you do is amazing.
Well, if they want to connect with me, the best site is actually my Instagram, the Beauty Shark Ginger.
Ah, okay. Beauty Shark, the Beauty Shark Ginger.
Yes.
That's what I found too. Instagram, I mean, not that it hasn't been, but it's huge now. I mean, it's really big, especially for your industry too, the beauty industry, these types of industries. Instagram's exploding. So just so
You
nobody,
know, people may think LinkedIn give you more requests. I get all of my consulting requests from Instagram
I
DM.
believe it. I totally believe it. There's no doubt. I think LinkedIn's full of the older population, which I think LinkedIn's great, but Instagram is definitely one of the top industry for communications too, just like you said. So I think that's really cool. Well, all right. I mean, any of you listeners out there, if you have some questions, please send them in to me. But get in touch with Ginger; she would love to help you. She is the best. People come and talk with her at shows and at events, and she won't leave until she answers everyone's question, which I think is just awesome. Gingers, thank you so much for coming on the show today. And again, sorry I jumped around so much, but I was looking forward to it. I had so many questions, but I would like to, as I said, get you on UIA webinars and do maybe a webinar series about cosmetics and the science of it. And anyone that's out there that's really looking to bring a product to market, I think we'd be able to really help them to get started.
Okay.
Yeah, that would be cool. So all you other listeners out there, thank you so much for sticking with us for these 8 seasons. Please go on out to Google Play or iTunes, wherever you consume your podcast material. If you haven't, leave us a review, a rating. We'd very much appreciate it. And make sure you click and follow the show. For myself, Carmen Dinisco, for the Beauty Shark, Ginger King, we thank you for tuning in, and we will catch you next time on the Launchpad. You all take care.